information that we're going to be covering today will be around your accounts module. Now you can find that here on your left hand side of the screen. If you click on accounts, we will be covering the different functionalities that you see within here. Now if you haven't already done so, please watch the main demonstration video. The reason being for that is because the main demonstration video actually covers a lot more detail of what True ERP can actually do for your business. And it covers a lot of these different modules that you see here. So again, please watch the main demonstration video. Alright, now if you've already done so, let's go ahead and proceed with the accounts. Now a few things that we'd like to cover within your accounts when it comes to some preferences. We like to suggest that you have what we call lockdown dates. Now any prior years of information within your accounts that you do not want to be edited, you can actually lock down those dates. Now if we go to your utilities, click on preferences, and under accounts, if you scroll below here, you'll see what we call closing dates. Now based on these closing dates, each year will be, or each year or each period will actually be locked down for editing. Okay, so only the person that has access to do so will be able to go ahead and change these dates or lock down the previous periods or years. So again, if you have these lockdown or closing dates in place, you will not, or any employee will not be able to edit any prior information entered within True ERP. Okay, so in order to gain that access or to restrict that access, we have what we call access levels. Now you have many different access levels here for every single one of the modules, as you can see. Okay, so again, just referring to the accounts, if you would like someone to have no access to the accounts, you just double click there, and again you would select the employee, and that employee of course would not have any access to anything within the accounts. Now if you just want them to have a read only or a create and read, so they can create it, but once saved they cannot delete or edit, or someone with full will be able to create, edit, but not delete that information. Only the person with full with delete will be able to go ahead and do so. Typically within companies there's normally about 1, 2, or depending on your upper management, you may have a little bit more than 2 with this access level here, which is full with delete. Again, you want to make sure that you assign your employees their access levels when it comes to accounts or any other module that you see here. Okay, perfect. Now that we've gone ahead and covered those two things with access levels as well as some preferences with your lockdown or closing dates, let's go ahead and click right back to our accounts and get started with some of these different functionalities that you see here. Let's go ahead and start with your accounts list. So if you click on this, this will actually bring you to your chart of accounts. Now you can view your chart of accounts in 2 different ways. The first way is tree mode, and this is basically how we're viewing it now. Now within tree mode you can expand all, just like so, and you'll actually be able to view all your accounts in this beautiful tree mode that you see here. You can contract all, or you can just expand as you go. Alright, just like so. Now you also have what we call list mode. Now if you unclick this tree mode here, this will bring you to your list mode. Now list mode is pretty good when you're looking for a particular account. If you would like to search and look for a type of account, let's just say we're looking for a bank account, just like so, it highlights that and you'll be able to view that account. Now within any one of these accounts, they both have the drill down capabilities, meaning if you'd like to find out what makes up this information here, you can double click and it actually brings you to that particular chart. Or once you're in here and you'd like to find out what this is, you can double click and it brings you once again to that transaction. So again, you have the drill down capabilities where you can find out what makes up any one of these numbers that you see here, just like so. Okay? Alright. Now again, you can do this within your tree mode as well. So if you click on here, again, check your tree mode. You can once again find out what makes up this number just by double clicking. And it will bring you to that information. And again, if you double click again, it'll drill down and show you exactly what that supplier payment was or what that bill was. Again, if you want to view that bill, same thing, double click. Beautiful stuff right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and close all this out. Now that double click feature works throughout the whole program. For instance, let's go ahead and close out our chart of accounts here. If we were to do a VAT return or a VAT return, just like so, you would choose what quarter you're working on, beginning date that you'd like to see, as well as the particular year that you're working with. And then all you would need to do is click on refresh. That would go ahead and populate all of your figures here for your VAT return. Now again, to make up what this figure is, all you would need to do is double click and voila. You can now view exactly what makes up that figure. So again, that double click or that drill down capability works throughout the program. Alright, so let me go ahead and close this out. Now within your VAT return, you can electronically transfer this. You can also print this out as well. Okay? So let's go ahead and close this out. Next thing that we can cover is your profit and loss. Now within your profit and loss, there are a few options that you can run your profit and loss. Now the first thing is that if you'd like to view your profit and loss in different currencies, you can do so just by clicking customize, and again you can choose what currency you'd like to view your account in, and in this case let's go ahead and choose pound. All you would need to do is click OK, and now you'll be able to view not only in US dollars but your income and expenditures in pounds. So really good stuff there. Okay, so let me go ahead and take that out just so I'd like to just view it in the US dollars. Okay, another thing that you can view here is what we call departments. As you can see, I have 3 different locations set up here. Now these don't necessarily have to be locations, they can also be departments within your company. So if you have a sales department, if you have your marketing department, you can go ahead and break up your company in different departments or in different locations if you have different locations. This works so that you can actually view which departments are making money, which departments are losing money, which companies or businesses or locations are making money or losing money. You can also view them individually as well as a whole, so you'll be able to view your company as a whole. Again, within your profit and loss, all you would need to do is double click and it will bring you to that particular sale that you're looking for. Again, double click and it brings you straight to that invoice. Okay? So we'll go ahead and go right back there and close this out. Now if you don't want to view your departments, you can select the different departments that you'd like to view. And in this case, I do have my all button checked out there. So we're going to go ahead and view all of our departments that you see here. You can adjust the dates if you choose to do so, but in this case I have it set on my default dates. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this out. Now as I mentioned earlier, there are many different currencies that you can actually view your profit and loss or your balance sheets. Now to view those different currencies, you would just go here to your foreign exchange rates and let's go to your list. And in this case we have about 3 active rates, but if we just take a look at all of our different rates here, there's many different rates that you can go ahead and make active so that you'll be able to find the rate that you work in and go ahead and use that and view in comparison, or even if you just would like to work within just this rate alone. Okay? If you do not find your rate here, you can also create your own new rate. Okay? So let's go ahead and close that out. Now again, within your accounts module, you do have your balance sheet, which is right next to your profit and loss. So if you click on your balance sheets, again, you will be able to view your balance sheet in different departments. So here I have my all button selected, but if I choose a different department, so if I'd like to just view Hawaii and Los Angeles, I could go ahead and click on OK there. And again, it will view or show me my different departments and the money that's within those departments. Okay, so again, you can see here Hawaii and Los Angeles. If I want to view all, just go ahead and do that. And once again, it refreshes and changes my balance sheet. Okay, again, we do have that drill down capability, so double click and it brings you to that information. Okay, so it shows here that we had a journal entry. All right, let's close that out. A few other things that we have here is your dashboard. Salespeople love this dashboard because it's basically a snapshot of your business or snapshot of the sales and expenses within your business at that present moment in time. So again, here you can have your top 10 customers, top 10 products, as well as top 10 salespeople. You have different charts that you can view here, just like so. You can view it as a graph or you can view it as a value. Alright. Now again, these are all completely drilled down. So if you have the price here, you can go ahead and click on details and it will bring you to that information of what makes up that particular chart or what makes up that particular information. Again, it has reminders here. So if you go ahead and just view the details, you'll be able to view which reminders you have. Alright. What's on back order, what we need to receive, just like so. Alright. And then you can also view your sales information, as you can see here. Now this dashboard can actually open up once you log into TrueERP. So this can be the first thing that any one of your employees that have access to it, this can be the first thing that they see, which is some great things to actually know exactly where you're at that day and what you need to do for that day. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this out. Another thing that lots of business owners and lots of salespeople like is your summary sheet. So once again, it's another quick snapshot of what's in the bank, how much money you have coming in, how much money you need to pay out, your balance sheet, your payables, your receivables, your sales within last week, last month, 3 months, 12 months. Great stuff here. You can change the dates if you choose to do so, but again, this is a quick snapshot of your company. This is your summary sheet. So let's go ahead and close this out. Now we also have some simple things that you can do within TrueERP within your accounts module. We have your journal entry. Now this is just like any other journal entry where you can go ahead and do a journal entry. You can view all the different journal entries just like so within the journal entry list. You also have your cash flow forecast or your cash flow statements, and you have a plethora of different account reports. Now if I click on that button there, as you can see, we have so many different reports that you can actually choose from for your accounts. You can choose a specific date range if you choose to do so. So if you chose going back to a specific year, you can do that. You can choose which account you'd like to produce at that particular time. So if I wanted my transaction journal, you can double click and there you go. It's actually producing that selection of dates that I selected and giving me all that information within those dates. Now again, once we're here, we still have that drill down capability. So double click and it will bring you right back to that invoice. So again, less time searching because of the fact that you'll be able to go ahead and drill down in any one of these reports that you see here. Again, double click and there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this out. Now you also have within your accounts or within the modules that you see here that actually ties in with your accounts are your budgets. Now within these budgets you have many different reports that you can actually run, so budget versus actual. You can create many different budgets if you'd like to do so for particular departments or your whole company. There's no limit. And you can also show different budget variations. And once again, you do have the budget reports as well. Now within your budgets, one wonderful report that a lot of people like using is your job profitability. So again, within your accounts, you want to know if you're making any money within the jobs that you're doing. So here, if we were to look at one of our customers 4x4 World, we'll be able to see what the cost is, what the landed cost would be, if we're getting any income, just like so, and they're all totaled here in the bottom. Lots of information here, so that when you're doing your jobs or doing your budgeting, it is all basically laid out right here. So one great report to look at. Okay. We also have your fixed assets. So within your fixed assets, if you look at your fixed assets, if you just go ahead and double click on the list that you see here, if you take a look at one of these fixed assets that we have here, you have everything from your warranty information that will actually go ahead and remind you of when the warranty is over. So we'll have a little reminder, a little pop-up, okay, if there is an expiration or a warranty date. We also have different types of depreciations. So we have depreciation number 1, we have depreciation number 2. You can choose a depreciation option. So if you'd like to do a straight line depreciation, you can do that, or you can even choose no depreciation, okay? And to go ahead and do that, it's really simple. If you just calculate that, it automatically does that for you once you set your depreciation option. So again, really great feature here when it comes to your accounts and your fixed assets. Alright, so let's go ahead and close out of here. Let's go right back to accounts. You also have your trial balance. So if you'd like to take a look at your trial balance, you can turn on your different departments here as well as your different currencies here as well. Okay, so you can turn on different currencies as well. So we'll close this out. If you want to know what anyone has done within your company, you can actually find that out by clicking on Utilities and clicking on Audit Trail List. So here, it will actually tell you exactly what time, what date, this particular employee, what they actually did, and if you want to double click, it'll actually tell you the exact details of what these employees did within your company. So really good with keeping track of the different individuals within your company. Alright, so let's go back to accounts. So again, there's a lot of information here that we went over very briefly. As you can see, you have lots of different things, from your transaction journals to your revenue charts if you would like to produce charts. We have your monthly gross profit comparisons, quarterly, yearly, so you can run different comparisons. You have your inventory asset versus balance sheet. So again, lots of information. This is merely just a brief overview of the accounts module. If you'd like a detailed demonstration on your accounts module, please call your local True ERP company and they will be happy to go ahead and give you or schedule a detailed demonstration for True ERP. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.